Welcome back to the Raise Your Vibration family, week 39, and today we are cutting right to the point. And how do you really get all of the results you want? How do you get rid of all the things that get in your way? And these are obstacles. So today we are going to completely banish obstacles from our life because we know the reason for obstacles existing. Now, here we go. All right. Number one, what is the best way to avoid obstacles? By not avoiding them. How do you conquer obstacles though? How do you not have to deal with them? That's the thing. We need to see the obstacles, number one, as a helpful thing. When you see it, when you know the process, and when you know this isn't a terrible experience, this is here and it's meant to be happening, and then you can accept that, you'll be able to keep going forward, which is the most important thing. No matter what obstacles you're facing, you must keep going forward, and if you don't, then the obstacle has won. It's a battle between you and the obstacle until the moment you accept the obstacle as an ally. When it's an ally, then you're working together and you're like, hey, thanks, obstacle. Now you're showing me where I'm weak, where I might be a little bit off, where I need to make it even better, because obstacles can help you grow or they can stunt your growth. That's up to you. You get to choose how the obstacle affects you. So, what else is there about obstacles? Number three, the most important thing about obstacles is the way they're affecting you. What type of obstacle is it? Because there's some very important obstacles that are going to be affecting you in your life on your way to success and your ultimate success, or there's just some mediocre obstacles that are just there because you haven't been taking action, because you haven't been avoiding them, or you haven't been dealing with them before they're a problem. So how do you deal with those obstacles before they're a problem, but also how do you use the obstacles to your advantage? And also, the thing that I'm talking about, number three, is how do you take an obstacle and you determine how important it is? That's a very important thing. So you can have a lot of obstacles in your life, a lot of problems, but what is the quality of that obstacle? Is it an obstacle that comes out of mediocrity, of not taking action, of blowing off responsibility and accountability, or is it an obstacle that everybody faces on the road to success? The road to success is paved with failure, is paved with obstacles, and it's an obstacle course. But you know what? People play on obstacle courses all the time. They go to the jungle gym, they go climbing. Every type of obstacle course is a game. You need to make it a game, and if you don't, then it's gonna make you a game. Oh yeah, it's gonna play you or you can play it. Either way, here's what you need to do to conquer those obstacles. You need to take responsibility, take action, and decide where is your path to success. So right now, what do you need to do to get to success? What is your path? What is your goal? When you have your goal, then you'll know, how do I take action from here to get to there? That's the number one thing. Going back to number one, the most important thing, perhaps, and I think so, is obstacle. And that is, how does the obstacle affect you? What kind of obstacle is it? And the most important thing is, the obstacles are from a goal. So if the obstacles aren't from a goal, it means they're just showing up in your life and they just came out of nowhere, they weren't anticipated. Or if they were anticipated, it means that, what type of problem is it? Is it a problem that arises on the path of success, or is it a problem that comes out of nowhere because it just happened because of stagnation? So there's these two types of problems. There's the types of problems that come about when you're following your goals, when you're chasing them down, when you're trying to conquer your path of success. And then there's the type of goals and obstacles that come out of nowhere. They come out of stagnation. They come out of fear. They come out of not taking action. And these are much worse because no progress really gets made. It just kind of keeps you in the turbulent waters of stasis and stagnation and in purgatory. So we're way more powerful than we can even imagine, but all we need to do is set those goals, because Everyday life is going to happen no matter what. But if you can start taking those goals and you can set your targets, then you'll get better at dealing with the problems that arise out of nowhere. And that's exactly what happens on the way to goals. You know these goals are going to be hard. You know there's going to be failure along the way. You know there's going to be obstacles. But when you're hitting it, how do you respond? How do you know what to do, and how do you solve them? And solving them is overcoming them. You need to take that obstacle course head on and jump the obstacles. You need your preparation. You need to be planning. You need to be ready. But if you do all of this, you're still never going to get results if you don't do the number one thing, which is take action on your goals. So you take action on your goals. You know there's going to be failure. You know there's going to be obstacles. So how do you respond when you get there? You respond like you're epic. You're crushing it. You know you're just going to be crushing it every day. You know you're following your goals. You know nothing can put you off no matter what happens, because you have goals that are never going to be put away. And you are never going to give up. And so when you realize this, it doesn't matter what happens. Literally, anything could happen, and you'll make it. You just keep the faith. You keep the strength inside of you. You keep looking for bigger goals than just what's happening to you right now. The goals of just dealing with what's happening to you is not the biggest goal. The goal that's happening to you in the future, the goal of making the future better, is the biggest goal. And so there's another type of goal. That's the two types of goals. And the second type of goal that not as good when it doesn't come from a goal, the obstacles. That second type of obstacle is, what is that thing that comes out of nowhere? It's because it's just dealing with the stuff from day to day. It's not the dealing with stuff for the long term, for the future, for creating something amazing. And so I want you to create the most amazing structure humanly possible. And I want to be a part of that. And I think that's a great idea for everyone to do, because then everyone can be more successful. Then we can be more happy. Then we can share more of our resources with each other, because we're going to be overflowing like a fountain of epic success and resources and success and happiness and joy and high vibrations to everybody. And also in the vibrational part of obstacles, this seeing them as a friend, it really is your perspective. So if the obstacle is just killing you and you're banging your head into it and it's just not helping you, the problem is you're not seeing the obstacle as a friend. You need to step back and see the obstacle as, what is it really? Give the opponent nothing to resist. Give the obstacle nothing to resist by rethinking your strategy and your approach and your perspective of it. Because when you do that, you will start to crush it and your vibration will start raising. Because if you have this open, accepting, non-judgmental mindset, when obstacles happen, you're like, okay, cool, thank you, obstacles. And when awesome stuff happens, you're like, yes, awesome, thank you. But it's all good. That's the more important thing, instead of obstacle, success, goal, must get to the future. You got to know everything is good, and you have to know, aim for a bigger future, because that's good for other people, that's good for you and me, and we can share more and become more and better and live better. Because if you have lived in a state of lack, you will know that more is better. If you haven't ever, which I think is pretty rare, but if you've never experienced lack, you won't know really what you're missing until it's gone. Like, I'm sure if you've experienced this, you've experienced when you've had something amazing that was just the best thing ever, and you lost it. And then what did you do? You were like, oh, this sucks. And you didn't appreciate as much when you had it. So appreciate what you have now. Use your energy, use your goals, use your high vibration, and take action. You have all this stuff at your disposal right now. Use it, or regret not using it later in the future when you can't use it anymore. Anyway, set your long-term goals for the future. Overcome all obstacles by seeing them as your ally, by setting high goals and then getting to those obstacles, and by just getting better at dealing with obstacles, because you've created a lot of obstacles for yourself by following that ultimate most challenging and difficult but rewarding path of success. Okay, give me a like, comment, subscribe, follow, and I'll see you in the next video. Check out the email. Bye.